Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Hall of Gains, and I'm Coach Brian, your National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. And today, we were actually in the Hall of Gains. This is my personal training studio. It's not completely set up yet. Been getting it set up the last couple of weeks. Got the flooring in, got the treadmill, got the rack, which you can do a bench, squat, deadlifts, rack pulls from, and then also gonna get mirrors on the wall, but I also have to get my machine system set up as well. But yeah, just thought, I need to come by and drop off the medicine balls. So I was, you know what, I'll just record the video here. And so this video basically is, I've lost 60 pounds since New Year's and how you can do it too. So on New Year's, I was 298 pounds. Today, I am about 237 pounds. So 61 pounds and a little bit over 6 months. I will show the comparison pictures. Now, I don't really have any good comparison pictures of me now because I've been training by myself the last few weeks, so I don't really have a good, somebody take a picture of me in a good way. I'm really bad at taking pictures of myself. Now, one thing to point out is you say, well, it doesn't look like you've lost 60 pounds. And yeah, it really doesn't, because I've always held my weight extremely well for, how big I am. So right now I'm 237. Most people think I'm 200 to 210 pounds when they see me. When I was at my heaviest at 358 pounds, people thought I was 300 at most. I remember when my senior year in high school, I weighed in at 310 pounds. All my coaches thought I was going to be 250 to 260 pounds. When I went down to go play college football, my offensive line coach thought, he's a little bit disappointed in me because he's like, you're only about 250, 260 pounds. I weigh in, I'm 305 pounds. And then when I was training to possibly get back and play college football again, I was 325 pounds. My old high school coach, when he saw me, thought I weighed about 270 pounds at most. So yeah, when I lose weight, it doesn't look as big for other people as in terms of how much I lose. I've always carried my weight well, and if you carry your weight well, when you lose weight, it's not going to be as big. So, most people when they lose 60 pounds, it's going to look way better. So now I do look way better now at 61 pounds down, but that's why it doesn't. You might say, oh, you don't look like you've lost 60, maybe 30 or 40 pounds. But no, I have lost 60 pounds. I'm 237 pounds right now. Trying to get down to 225 or 220. Don't know exactly whichever one's going to get me out because I don't have good abs yet. But anyways, I lost 60 pounds. How can you do it too? Well, for number one, let's go with the most important thing. The most important thing, and I've said this many times, I made an entire video on it. Your diet, your nutrition is more important than exercise. You can do no exercise and still lose weight. Whereas a lot of people will exercise and they'll gain weight because of their diet. Because while yes, if you burn calories and gain calories by, eating and working out, well, you can eat way more, way faster than you can burn. I jogged today for 25 minutes. I think I burnt 500 calories, 600 calories, I don't remember exactly. I can eat an entire box of Little Caesars pizza, which would be like 1,400 calories. I can eat that in half the time, even quicker if I wanted. And, it's going to be a lot less of a toll on my body. I'm going to be tired after a 25-minute jog. Well, not really anymore. Maybe if it was a longer one. But eating a box of pizza, I'll be full, but I'm not going to do any sort of toll. So yes, dieting, nutrition, what you eat, what you drink, way more important. Because I was gaining weight despite doing the same exact training. I was gaining fat, getting fatter. When I actually changed my diet, I started losing weight. So I was doing the same training from about September to the 1st of January this year. I gained 30 pounds despite doing the same training I've been doing. So the only thing I did is I changed my diet. I started tracking my calories. I would kind of guess my calories and guesstimate, and then I track my protein. But now I track everything I eat and drink, as long as it's within a certain calorie range. If I have a drink of Crystal Light and it's 5 calories, I don't even worry about bothering that in. If I have a coffee with a half a cup of almond milk, which is 15 calories, I don't even track it. But anything that is relevant and relative to my diet, yes, I track it. So you need to start tracking your calories. So what I did is there's multiple ways to do this. There's this app I use called Lose It. That has been a godsend. It's great for tracking calories. So if you're going to track what you eat, just download Lose It. It'll also give you a guesstimation of how many calories you burn. It'll put you on how much weight you want to lose per week. It'll take your height, weight, sex, age, gender, and all of that. And so yeah, I started using that, and yeah, it's great. It's really good for tracking my calories. It's really easy. It has a whole like library bank of food in there. You just type it in of what you ate. Oh, it's in there. It plugs in all the micro and macronutrients into that app and the calories. And if it doesn't have it, you can create it. And then also you have a barcode scanner. So if you don't want to exactly look it up, just take out the barcode scanner, scan the food item, and it's going to fill it in there for you. So it's a really easy app. So you need to do that. And so basically what you need to do is figure out how many calories you burn based on your size of your body and your activity level. So if you're not very active, you're going to eat less. If you're very active, you're going to want to eat more, or I guess you could eat less if you want to lose more weight. But basically, I wouldn't really suggest being in more than 1,000 calorie deficit. That's what I'm in. And in fact, I realized I've been in a higher than 1,000 calorie deficit because I actually burn more than I thought. I am a bit more active than I thought. I really have been in like a 1,200 calorie deficit, which is not good because the higher caloric deficit you get, the harder it is to gain or maintain muscle. But honestly, I think I have a decent amount of muscle right now. Not great, but I'm worried about just losing my fat and getting some abs. I don't want to be too muscular. I really don't like the bodybuilder build. So if I do lose some muscle, no big deal. I'm more concerned about losing fat as fast as possible. And a healthy fast as possible. Not as fast as literally possible, as fast as healthily possible, guys. So that's one thing. If you want to lose weight, you need to just not eat too many calories. So if you want to go on a slow marathon weight loss, do a 500 calorie deficit. That'll be a 500 calorie deficit per day. That's 1 pound per week. What I was doing was 1,000 calories a day. So not what I would eat, 1,000 calorie deficit. So I would burn 1,000 calories more than I ate per day. That goes to 2 pounds per week. So that's pretty actually fast. That in 10 weeks you lose 20 pounds. That's pretty good. In a half a year you lose 52 pounds, and a year you lose 100 pounds. I know probably a lot of you won't even need to lose 100 pounds. You can start with a 1,000 calorie and then go to a lesser one. So that's what I did. For the first few months, I was doing a 1,000 calorie deficit. Then I went to a 750 calorie deficit. Now I'm back up to 1,000 just because I want to get my diet done as soon as possible, healthily. So I'm at a 1,000 calorie deficit right now. Actually a bit higher because I'm a bit more active, but I'm just going to start eating a little bit more to supplant that. So yes, get in a caloric deficit. That's what you need to do. That's pretty much all you need to do. So what you can do is do multiple different surveys online. Just look up how many calories do I burn. I would do about 3 of them, and then what it says you burn per day, take all of that, take the sum of it, and get the average of it. So if it says you burn 2,500, 2,500, 2,700, add those 3 together, and then get the average, and then use that as your baseline. You don't need to be exactly, completely, 100% accurate to lose the weight. It's going to be close enough. So that's what I did. The Lose It one, it's also fairly accurate. I've been losing weight at a rate that is statistically logical and likely based on Lose It alone. I didn't even actually need to go to a bunch of different caloric calculators for how much I burn. So yeah, diet. You need a diet. That's just a fact. So if you're going to do body recomposition, I've kind of talked about this in a different video. Body recomposition is losing fat, gaining muscle at the same time. What you need to do is you get in your caloric deficit, you do resistance training, hypertrophy training, and then you basically are going to need to get a high amount of protein, higher than normal. So for me, I go at the very least 0.85 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and then I go up even more usually just because protein is a very filling macronutrient, so it makes me more full if I eat more protein. So basically right now I think 200 grams of protein is what I need for the minimum, but I think I usually get about 240 grams of protein a day. Sometimes I only get 220, but yeah. So just take your body weight, do 0.85 grams, to 1.1 grams per pound of body weight. So for protein, do that. As for fats and carbs, they're a bit less important. Don't go less than 20% on fats, and then whatever you get for fats, also don't go above 30%, 35% for fats. So go 20 to 35% for fats. Then whatever you have left over, you go for carbs. So basically, get a 0.85 to 1.1 grams of protein, and then also, be in your caloric deficit. And then this is when it comes to training. Basically, this is what a lot of people don't know, but weight training, like actually lifting weights, you don't really burn too many calories, right? If I track it, an entire weightlifting session, I think it said I burnt about 140 calories. Whereas my cardio session, which is only about 30 minutes, I burn like 600 calories. So cardio, you're going to burn way more calories. Remember, the law of thermodynamics, fat is energy. Calories are energy. 3,500 calories is a pound of fat. So you need to lose the weight. So calories, cardio burns more calories. So don't just be like, oh, I lifted weights, I'm going to burn a lot of calories. No, you don't burn nearly as much. You just don't. So you need to be doing cardio. You need to be active. So I know I do my weightlifting sessions. I do cardio 6 to 7 days a week, and I do a decent bit. And since I'm a big guy, I burn a lot of calories from doing cardio. So yeah, if you're trying to lose weight, you're gonna want to do a lot of cardio, be very active, and then be on a diet. Now, if you want to also lose weight and gain muscle, so for me, it's hard to tell. I haven't really tested if I've gained muscle during this entire diet. I mean, I've gotten stronger in some aspects, so I've got my muscles a bit more dense or stronger, but it's hard to tell. I'd say I might have probably not gained too much muscle because I'm on a big caloric deficit, and I feel like, I don't know. I'm not really, I don't really have the technology because you have to get special technology to do and figure out exactly how much muscle you gain, which I don't really care. I just look for the visible. Yeah, I look way better. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sweating. It's really hot in here. There's no air conditioning in this warehouse. That's why I have the fans going, or they don't have them going, but I have them over there. But that'd be too distracting for the video. But yeah, so lose 60 pounds. One, you need to be consistent. You need to diet consistently. You need to train consistently. But you also need to find a way to have some fun. I have a cheat day once every 3 weeks. This helps for my cravings, right? So I'm craving all this food. I do my cheat day. I'm not craving them for like the next 2 weeks. And that's really only that 1 week before the cheat day where I start to crave it again, which I just wait for the week. And then I've made a bunch of other diet tips. Drink diet soda. Drink low-calorie drinks that are really sweet, like the sparkling ice drinks. It's 5 calories, it's carbonated, and it tastes really good. There's protein, ice cream, eat a lot of fiber. So that's kind of, what I've done. It's really simple, actually. It's just, this is the thing, it's willpower. All the times I could have ice cream, all the times I could have went drinking with friends, I still went with them, I just didn't drink. All the times I could have had amazing tasting pizza or food, I've elected to not do it because my willpower is stopping me from doing it. I want to be in great shape. That's what I want to be. So you need to work on your willpower too. You need to want it. I have literally, this is me the last night where I had all this good food next to me and I started eating it. And this is what I started doing. I started spitting the food out. I would just taste it and then spit it out so I wouldn't get the calories. That's willpower. It's in your mouth and you're spitting it out. That's what I was doing because I want to lose weight. I don't want to be a chubby guy. So I think I had an Oreo in my mouth. I was allowed to have 1 Oreo, and this was my second Oreo. So I think I took it like a bite, swallowed like the first half, and then took a second bite of the second Oreo, and I spit it out. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Even though that Oreo's only like 20, half that Oreo's only like 20 calories, no. And then I put like a handful of Smart Pop, sour cream and onion popcorn. I couldn't have any more, but I put another handful in my mouth, and I just chewed it, and I spit it out. So you gotta have the willpower. You gotta work on your willpower. You gotta think about what you want. Like, you just gotta think about what your goals are. When you see that really tasty food and you really want to eat it, and you put it in your mouth, and then you think, But if I do this, I'm not going to have abs. I'm going to gain some fat if I can do this consistently. So you spit it out. And that's what I do. So I don't suggest to even put it in your mouth because that's going to be a real test of your willpower, but you got to work on your willpower. That's really the most important thing, is having the willpower. This is a you thing. You need to look deep inside yourself and figure out what you want and how much you actually want it. So I want to be in great shape. I want to be in great shape for the rest of my life. I want to be, because I want to be healthy. I want to be active. I want to live for a long time. I also want to be a more attractive guy. So that's what I think about. You got to think about the things you want throughout the day, because if you don't have anything driving you, you're just not going to follow. You're not going to adhere to your diet. You're not going to adhere to your training. So that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Please like and subscribe. Peace out. Damn, it's hot in here.